Hi everybody, welcome to the fourth of my Antiques Chaser videos. Today I'm going to show you a few things I've purchased at a recent online auction. Not too much antique, I think they're classed mostly as collectibles and vintage today, most of the items. I've got one antique in there, but I thought I'd just show them what we've got. But I'll do that in a minute. But first, if you haven't already, please do that. It's building up quite nicely. Thank you very much, all who have followed me. And welcome to any of Laura's fans who've followed me over here as well. I mean, it's the highest compliment you can give anybody following two different channels. So honestly, you know, heart belongs to you guys. Thank you very much. So I'm going to talk about my little unit at the Southern Antique Centre. I don't know the whole centre. I'll rent a bit of wall space there because I don't have a huge amount of time to go and do the big antique room. So I used to have quite a large room at another antique centre years ago, but I've had to downsize purely because of time. I really love it though. So this is a quick look at the Antique Centre if you haven't seen it before. It's in Staffordshire in the UK, not too far away, and my wall unit is in the actual Grainstore, and I was the first one in there, so that's my claim to fame. And today I'm going to show you a quick video of actually what's in there and show you my little unit. And just thought I'd show you what it looks like after it's been snowing there. It's absolutely beautiful. When it goes dark early, Christmas lights are on, there's Christmas music playing over the PA, and it's just a lovely place to come and look at some old beautiful things. And hopefully we sell some last minute Christmas gifts as well. So let's have a look in the Grainstore. It hasn't got any theme of just furniture, just bric-a-brac, whatever. You will never know when you walk in what you're going to see. So we've got some nice sort of barrels there. There's a couple of cabinets in here. What she got some handkerchief vases at the top there. I like that silver spirit kettle she's got there as well. Loads of old clocks. They're not my thing, but they're there. And then you just find someone's made a lamp out of a World War II gun, some army boots and a helmet. I mean, and he's even made a sled out of that one. We got a guy who's brilliant at making lamps. This guy does old radios mostly, sort of DB Roberts. I don't know if you have them in your country. But as you walk around, you just never know what you see. Old writing slope there. Plenty of old books, if you like that sort of thing. Various sort of antique items there. We always have pictures in. I do quite well with my pictures. They're the tapestries, more clocks. I do a bit of cushion and fabrics. I think that's 1970s, that is, little sound system there, if you've still got any cassettes. I know the vinyl's coming back in. Somebody will have that. And I like him. He's been there a while, he's part of the furniture now, but he will sell eventually. You can always get lamps at our Antique Centre, glassware, anything you want, any size, you can get there. We still haven't reached my unit yet. These are all sort of mid-century things there. Same here, it's more vintagey type stuff. The old books are there, jewellery, and there's me. This is mine. Now I'm trying to film it. I got there early in the morning. There were still some people there before me, before opening time. So I haven't sort of updated my stall yet. So there's some gaps on there that I fill. But that is my unit that I sell off, and I also use that little bit of space there at the moment. But when the owner puts something in there, he'll chuck me out of that, but I'm using it at the moment. And so this isn't mine. That's the same lady who had the other cabinet, and she's got she likes the silver and stuff in there. And that's outside and the rest of the centre. Now you saw the size of my unit there. I pay per month £40 a month for that wall space, and obviously it's less than £10 a week that works out as. So because I sort of have quite a good markup on the things I sell, because I try to buy them at the right price, I've only got to sell like one item a week to pay the rent. So it can be quite a nice little profitable thing. It's not enough to buy a Ferrari and retire on with that much space, but I could make money out of that, and it's quite nice to be able to do so. So let's have a look at a few things that we bought. I got this chalk line. Now that was in a bit of a state because he had nicks all over it. There was all the chalk showing through. So I did a few repairs on it to get it into some sort of saleable condition. Now it was an auction lot, and nobody was, because he was a bit knackered. People don't bid on them, and I go for those because I know how to do very basic restoring. And I got that for £4.50. It was £3 plus £1.50 commission, so I got him for £4.50. I'm probably going to sell him for, I think, about £15, so it's more than 100% markup on him. Now he's been tidied up and made to look good. I've got to remember to take some before pictures before I restore them and after, because that would be useful to show you as well. But this one I did it without thinking, and I've been looking round for things. I mean, that they're never going to get 150 quid for that. Chalkware lion. I mean, it's all right asking for that much, but you're not going to get it. And let's have a quick look around what we did. I mean, he's got some detail on him, and I can't find that exact model. And those of you with eagle eyes will have seen it's actually numbered. It's got RD, which I'm assuming is the sort of maker's name or whatever. It looks like it's come out of a mould. It hasn't been hand done that, but it's got a model number, but I can't find it, which for people in the trade, that is good, because it means nobody else has got one. And I like his face, I like his eyes. I mean, he looks like he's not happy, so he's not one of these cute little lions. And you know, the way they've done the muscle and his head, most of the marks are on that black mane. And as you can see, I don't like to do it perfect, but if you'd have seen it before, when it looked like he almost had grey hair in some places. And on the bottom, you can see I haven't really done the feet, because that's where you know it's got some age, if it's got some wear on the feet. But for a carved piece of chalk, that's all right for its age. I mean, it's probably, I would say, maybe, could be 1920s, 30s, something like that. And to be honest, I bought it because I saw in the picture there was a mark on it, and I thought I'd be able to research it and find everything. Nobody else bid on it, so I thought we'll have a piece of that, and I got it, and I'm going to put it on the stand. Actually, it's already on the stand now. When I recorded this, it was here, but I've actually put it on my stand now, and we'll see if it goes. Now this one, it's not my sort of thing usually, but I just like it. I mean, it's a candlestick, obviously, but it's sort of either, some people call it Gothic style, and some people call it brutalist, because of the chain. I think it's Gothic. I'm going with Gothic on my, I'm going to advertise it as. And I got that for £5 altogether. And sometimes you think, why are other people bidding on this? I quite like that, you know what I mean? So I didn't intend to buy it, but because it was only other one person bid, I thought, right, I'll have that. And I've done a look around, and you know, that type of thing, I know that is for a pair, but £186, dollars, sorry. I know there's two of them, it's a bit bigger, but that's the sort of thing you're looking at. And they've gone with brutalist on theirs and medieval industrial, yeah. $45 US, you know. I got it for £5, which is probably about $7, $8, something like that. So that is going to be, I think I'll put that on something like £18. So again, a good markup. And it's not as old as it looks. I think it's Spanish. There's a few things like that, and they tend to come from Spain. But I've never seen one in any antique centre I've been in before. It looks hand carved. And the old candles on it, it's been used as well. It's been used to make it look. I don't know if someone had it before and did that, or it came like that. But it has got that sort of old thing. It's just interesting, isn't it? You know, even the wood, that's still got the grain in it. So I did like that. And to be honest, that's not at the antique centre, that's on my shelf. I think I might have put it on the shelf I can't remember. I think I put it on the shelf there and took it off because I wanted to keep it for a while longer. So I do like that. I do like that. Now these are interesting, and if there's anybody out there who knows more than me about these, please get in touch, because they're very difficult to price and even know if they're sort of genuine what you think. Now, I know what they are. They're scroll weights, because obviously in ancient times in China and Japan, but these are Chinese, obviously everything was on scrolls, and so you needed a weight, otherwise you put them down, they're just going to roll up. So they use these. Now, they are marked on the back as silver. They've got a silver marking on the back, and I've looked at other places. Now that one is, you know, see, it's very similar to what I've got. 839. I've got all of these for £15, right? Again, I think there were maybe maybe two other people bidding, but it stopped on that. And I wanted them anyway. I would have gone to pay a lot more than that. So I got them for £15, the whole lot. I think people maybe didn't know what they were, and people think Chinese, and in this country we all automatically think it's counterfeit. Maybe they are. I don't know. And these are not going on my antiques unit. These will go into an auction at some stage. But again, I've got them displayed in my cabinet there because I absolutely love them. And I saw this set of 4 in the UK going for £60, and they put Chinese silver plate on there. But those will be marked silver, just like mine are. But are they marked silver because they're silver plate? It doesn't actually say silver plate, it says silver, but the Chinese don't mark it as good as we do in this country. They never have. But let's have a quick look at them, because they're tarnished like silver would tarnish. That's an astrology one, obviously. And you see I've got 2 different sort of designs there. There's sort of oblong ones, and there's these which are sort of replicas of the Chinese room screens, you know, when they put the room screens up in the thing together, and they used to do a lot of those. I need to research, and this is what's interesting, what the stories are on them, what they mean. And some of them have got things on the back, and these ones have just got the silver mark on them. But again, I'm not assuming they're solid silver. I need to take them to proper auction house who've got all the machines and gear to check if them are solid silver or anything. They've all got good weight to them. They'll definitely keep a scroll down. But the tarnishing makes me think, hang on, they've got some silver content in there, otherwise I wouldn't tarnish like that. And because I want them to look old, I haven't cleaned them. They'd be spectacular if they were clean and shiny, but I don't want them to look brand new yet. But they will go into a local auction house when I'm ready to let them go, which might be never. But I do know that they are worth more than the £15 that I paid for them. And it's great that they're here, they're mine, if you know what I mean, and I love them, so they're probably going to stay. Now, I don't always go for like really old stuff, but this was going for £3, and nobody bid on this, so I thought I'm having that, because that is like a £20 set of drawers. They're not that old, but they've got that nice design on the front, And from the picture you might have thought it was like a bedside cabinet size, but it's not. It'll fit nicely on my shelf, because I have to think what will fit on the shelves as well. And it's got some age. I mean, it wasn't made like last week in China, you know what I mean? It's got some age, probably maybe, I don't know, 60s, 70s, something like that. And whoever had it before cleaned it nicely. They left enough sort of marks on it that it looks the part. So I like that as a sort of cheap. I'll have that, and that's going to be a quick turnover. That wheel, that's probably gone. I'll put it in there on Sunday. I bet you it's gone already. I bet you it's gone. Now this, I sort of saved this. I felt sorry for this. Nobody was bidding on it, and it's a Fielding Blush Ivory biscuit barrel, or cookie barrel if you're in the US. I know I've got quite a few from the US. And nobody bid on it, and I thought, that is, it's an antique. That is probably, I don't know, end of the last century, sort of 1910, something like that. That sort of age. And it's beautiful, but it's like what you call an old-fashioned antique, you know what I mean? But a biscuit barrel, people still have biscuits. So I've got it. And I got it for £4.50, right? And this is a proper antique. And you see similar things. I mean, they put that on eBay. They're not going to get that. That's exactly the same make as mine, a Crown Fielding. Theirs is Crown Devon Fielding. Mine is Crown Devon Fielding, but it was actually made in their Clyde factory, which is up in Scotland, which to me makes it more interesting, because Devon is like on the south coast of the UK. And obviously Scotland's up in the north, Clyde is up in the north, but it was still the same factory and the same marking on the bottom. So someone's asking 150 quid for it there. This is more a sort of sensible price for it. It's and that's the Clyde pattern like mine, and it's going for £26. All right, so my £4.50, I can probably treble, quadruple that. When I put it up for sale, and we can have a quick look at it. I mean, the top looks silver, but it's actually, I don't know if you have this in your country. Put it the right way up, that's better. Electroplated nickel silver, that means. Sorry if I'm patronising you if you have this in your country. And you can tell looking inside it, it's been used, but it's not knackered. And sometimes they get a bit chipped and knocked about. It's got the full mark. Why am I putting everything upside down? It's got the full marking on the bottom, the company stamp. The person who made it has got their code on it as well. It's got the Clyde marking on it. So I sort of saved that because I know the antique, the auction centre that I use. Sometimes if they don't sell things like that, they'll just throw them out. I says, don't you give them to like a charity shop or something? He says, sometimes. He says, but sometimes they don't want these type of things. And I thought, all right, well, I had it, so I'm keeping it. And I might put some biscuits in it, you never know. Or, sorry, cookies, for those of you from the sort of undeveloped countries who don't call them biscuits. Now, proper biscuits in this country, I don't know if you have these in yours, custard creams, those will go in my biscuit barrel. Absolutely beautiful, and they're strong enough. I don't know if you dunk in tea or coffee, but a custard cream dunked into your coffee, not for too long, just like 2 seconds in hot coffee. Oh man, food of the gods. I would also have hobnobs in there, made by a great British company, McVitie's, who I hope sell in your country as well. And don't have, the heathens would have the plain chocolate ones, and the more refined people like myself would go with the milk chocolate one, which is a sensible one, and they are absolutely stunning. And from the same company, ginger nuts. That's your taste of gin. They've got that nice bit of heat after you've had them, and they're fantastic dipped in tea or coffee as well. And also, It's an abusive name for people with ginger hair in the UK, which I've never used, but people call them ginger nuts because a nut is somebody's head. And ginger nut, yeah, okay. So I'm teaching you British biscuits and British abuse at the same time. So you're getting a lot out of this today. And the digestives, right? Now, those are chocolate digestives, as you can see. Those are for the lower classes, okay? The upper classes, like myself, wouldn't have a plain digestive biscuit. McVitie's make a good one, but you can get some good other brands of them as well. The digestive is a nice biscuit, and they're called digestive because in the old days they used to be used like a food to help your digestive system. You know, they've probably got E numbers and sugar, you know, off the scale, but they are nice. And to put them in an old, you know, 100-year-old biscuit barrel just feels not. They'll taste better, won't they, being put in there? So I might keep the biscuit barrel for a while. Now this, I just got that because I love it. I paid £6 for it. Okay, it's solid one piece of carved wood, and as you can see, it's got, I call that a rose at the bottom. Not very good on flowers, but I'm calling that a rose. Some of you know about flowers might be going, no it isn't, you fool. Let me know in the comments if you know what that is. But I think it's a rose, and obviously it's got the cross on the top and the wings. It's just absolutely beautiful, and I cannot find that model anywhere on a Google lens search. You can usually find anything on there, even something allied. I can't find anything that looks like it, so I'm hoping this is like a one-off thing. And see, it fits in your hand nicely. Someone's put a hanging on the back. I mean, look at the carving on there. That's been hand carved, and there's no way that has been done on a machine. They've obviously planed that down with the machine, and they put that sort of wall hanging on it, and it looks like that is a bit of damage there. But what could have been there? Another leaf, maybe? I don't know. But it doesn't detract from what is. I think another leaf on the bottom would actually spoil it. It'd be like a thing sticking out the bottom. I don't know. Maybe that's why somebody might broke it up. But that flower with a what does it mean? It must mean something. You know, I've been brought up a Catholic, you know, Christian. I don't even know what that would mean. And I've never seen that thing before, so it's interesting, and that is staying in my cabinet right behind me until I know what it is. And again, I might end up taking it to an auction house. Maybe they've come across one before, but it's interesting, and I like having it as well. As you can see, I'm not what you call a hardcore dealer here. If I like something, I'm going to keep it. If it interests me, I'll keep it till I've sort of sated myself with interest and having it. So, yep, that's staying with me. Now, I thought I'd give you a quick lesson, right? This is my picture that I bought from the same auction, and it was in my last video. But do you know how to tell, like, a print from a real painting? Sometimes they're quite good, especially these ones. They've got these embossed paintings now. They've got a lifted print on it. It's clever. You have to really look. So how I use it, I've got this magnifying glass. As you can see, it's got two levels of magnifying, but it's also got two different light switches on it as well. So you can use it plain, but for this, I think we're going to use the first, yeah. And how you do, you look through it, and you have to like look through the painting and look at the backing, and as you can see all the dots. You can see it clearer on lighter areas. And as you can see, everywhere I'm putting there, you can just see a massive dots underneath, because that is a dot matrix print. It is not a painting at all. So I know I can advertise that and price it as a print, because I know how to look for it. And it's only happened once to me. I bought something from an auction. It was actually a frame picture of Mount Fuji, and it was put Mount Fuji print. And when I done that, I could see, like in 1 second, it's actually oil painting. It was actually an oil painting. It wasn't signed or anything. It was in a metal frame. It wasn't as big as that. It was probably about a third of the size of that. And so, using that system, I did it the other way. I found out something was real when the auction house had been a bit lazy and not checked. And, you know, I made quite a bit of money on that. Obviously, I had an oil painting of Mount Fuji, absolutely brilliant. But that is definitely a print. So, you know, the auction house advertises a print. I bought it for a print price. And I'll put on my description, it's a print. So I'm not trying to con my buyers that it's not. I do quite well with pictures. So, you know, I don't go with the sort of old antique pictures of horses in fields and houses and landscape. I don't like them, and old portraits. Some of them make a lot of money, but I'm not good enough to know what's good in that, you know, even though it's got a name on it sometimes. I just like to buy like different quirky things, like that picture of Jesus in the wheat field. You know, it's a story out of the Bible. It's got a religious quote on it. It's in a nice frame. I fixed the back. I got it cheap because the one of the hangers was hanging off the back, and I forgot to take a picture of my repair, right? Because I changed the hanging of it totally. And I've got to keep remembering I'm doing this channel now, and I need to get more information on it for you. So I'm learning as I go. But if you ever get in a position where you're thinking, is that a print or not a real one? A simple little magnifying glass like that, which are quite cheap to buy. I think I paid £10 for that. You can get them off eBay. Is a good little starter, just so you're sure what you're doing. And I also don't want to be one of them dealers who try to make extra money by putting, you know, painting or something, and then people who don't know find out later. I don't want them to be like that. I try to be honest with my people. So that's it for today, guys. I'm trying to keep these down under half an hour. So if you've enjoyed it, I'll be doing some more probably end of next week. And it'd be great to see you at the next one. So thank you very much.